Hey everyone, Shoujo here, and welcome to a not gaming and a not vlog video. Yeah, I know, you're probably surprised that even though that this is a gaming channel that has multiple amounts of vlogs on it, I really wouldn't count this as a vlog video. Well, I'm not. During this month of January and the new year 2016, YouTube has been on my mind. And you're probably just sighing there because you're probably thinking, oh, Joe, that's a very non-typical thing for a creator who makes videos on YouTube to say. Yeah, it kind of is. But it's not in the way you possibly think of it is. And I say, fair warning here, I'm re-recording this around like 12 o'clock midnight because I had the bright idea to do this outside because I wanted a quiet place to do this. But then as I was editing this through for the first time, I just couldn't. I just flipped the desk in rage and decided to just redo it over again. So here we are. Now before we talk about why I'm kind of worried for YouTube's sake and for creators, I'm going to have to talk about this concept I created or just named up called the Dark Age. If you're wondering what I mean by Dark Age, from around the period of Christmas time to March is a justifiable timeline where a majority of content creators have at least noticed or gone on record places saying that their view counts usually skew to a lower end of what they usually get during that time. Keep that in mind because this year it seems to have gotten a lot darker than more recent years that I have seen while I have been on YouTube or have at least been watching it before I started this channel. During the beginning of January, one of my friends contacted me and asked if I wanted to be on one of their videos where they were doing a podcast. I had an interest and I delved in further and asked what was it about. They replied with one of the topics was Mark Fischbach, aka Markiplier's channel being hacked by a hacking group. I looked into it more and found out that said hacking group got to more YouTubers than just Markiplier. What made Mark's situation stand out for me, though, was that a few hours after they had uploaded a video to Mark's channel saying that his channel was hacked by them, they put up an image on their own Twitter account. I don't get why they had a Twitter account. It's a hacking group. Wouldn't they want to stay anonymous? Showing that they had access to his network account. Now at the time, I believed that this was one of those instances that you hear about normally about things going wrong and there being bugs in the system with YouTube, or it's just one of those rare occurrences that just happened to happen. Turns out things weren't going to be as fine as I thought they'd be. Ha! Fine Brothers. Get it? You'll get it soon if you haven't been in the rack for a few days. At the time of the big news of Mark getting hacked and other things that were happening, I didn't even consider what could have been happening to other YouTubers. There was a lot of things happening. Creators were having their content taken down. Sometimes even their entire channels were taken down. Their monetization on certain videos were being off. I mean, if you heard of Channel Awesome and I Hate Everything, which I do kind of shamelessly promote that you guys go and watch them. Some of their videos I really do like. They recently came out with things, at least explaining what happened to them. Doug Walker, one of the creators on Channel Awesome, had to go public with the issues he was having with monetization on his videos in order for YouTube to wake up and at least partially give him back monetization on certain videos. And in I Hate Everything's case, his channel was taken down for no clear reason at all. And it took many hands, big YouTubers and smaller YouTubers, to get his channel back up and running. Recently, Sony Entertainment of America tried to attempt to trademark the term Let's Plays, and the Fine Brothers attempted to trademark the term React. Many people stood up in a revolt against this. Sony was roasted by the internet, and the Fine Brothers have recently issued a message stating that they're taking down all of their trademarks for React and other things associated with content on their channel. A program they announced called React World, which is roughly a network-like program they announced, which would allow people to create their brands of their content across different places in the world. And all takedowns of videos that they were a part of, that basically they took down videos that had questionably similar content to what they had. The Fine Brothers main channel has also seen a loss of over 300,000 subscribers in the past 2 to 3 days. What's all the big fuss about? Well, Let's Plays and reaction videos, whether you like them or hate them, are in numerous mouths on YouTube these days. They're possibly and arguably stable genres on YouTube. With control over the name of those said genres, there'd be no telling what the Fine Brothers and Sony would do. Countless takedowns of videos, channels, potential guidelines on how to do Let's Plays and reaction videos by Sony and the Fine Brothers guidelines. The potential list goes on. So, you may be saying, what does this have to do with me? Why should I be concerned? Well, isn't it obvious? If YouTube doesn't shape up and fix this really broken system that they haven't done much to, your favorite content creators are going to be facing greater risk of getting videos they create taken down, or even their channels taken down themselves. YouTube's policies on copyright and fair use are strict, but there have been many occurrences where content and channels have been taken down, even when they're still clearly in the fair use and copyright guidelines. In short, you lose a source of entertainment, and everything the creator built upon up to that point would just be gone. With all this negative talk about this YouTube situation, there is one upside to this. You. Remember how I mentioned Doug Walker? 4 hours after he uploaded his first video about his channel's situation, he was able to get back part monetization on some of his videos. And that was only around 370,000 people. If a good amount of people know what's going on and speak up more, we could possibly get this YouTube situation at least fixed and rewrite the system and make it more friendly. And who knows? Maybe we can move out of this darker age that has been happening recently on YouTube. And we can finally have humans fixing the problems that are going on, instead of those highly trained monkeys. Time will tell if things get better, which I hope they will, because I would hate to see this go due to some dysfunctional robots. Anyways, guys, that's all I really got to say on this situation. Everything I talked about or referenced will be down in the description below if you want to look more into this. If it seems like I've been beating a dead horse, I'm pretty sure there's been lots of other people that have gotten into this situation before I have. These are just all my thoughts and what I've seen, and I just wanted to get it out of my head so I can move on from this and go forward with my channel and my life. And if there's any high or up employee or an employee of YouTube watching this, the system is flawed. You should get on it and fix it. Or else you're going to have a problem as big as what the Fine Bros are having.